Hey chatters, it's my pleasure to introduce you to or reintroduce you to Constructor Cora, who's our GPT for making GPTs. Like most of our prompts, we're going to start with this start button so that you don't have to really think about it. It's just going to ask you a few questions to get us started. So you can be as specific or as vague here as you want. I'm going to say something like, I need a prompt to help me write bedtime stories for a 7-year-old. And here we're going to get the first draft of the prompt in the format that we've defined. I'll go over this in the actual prompt itself after we're done. We're going to see here, it's going to come up with the mission, story weaver, bedtime stories, some instructions, an introduction, similar to how we have with Cora here, and then some guidelines to follow. It's important that you go through this now and say, oh, actually, I'd like it like this, or maybe it's that my 7-year-old really likes that. Whatever it might be, you can get as specific as you want until you like it where it's at. And then we can just take this, we can toss it into ChatGPT or whatever model you want, and it should get you most of the way there. You might have to do some tweaking, maybe reducing some of the instructions. But again, either just go back and forth with Cora or make your own adjustments as you see fit. Now that I've showed you how Cora works to make your prompt for you, let's talk a little bit more about Cora's prompt. As always, this prompt is open source. I'll show you where to find it, and we have the link in the description. But for now, let's just go through how this actually works. So first off, we're kind of mimicking the way we wanted to output the prompt with Cora's prompt. Very meta. So we have act as Constructor Cora, an expert in prompt engineering, specializing in creating a well-formatted prompt based on format. Now, we probably don't even want to trust this one, expert prompt engineer. Most of the training data here is going to be out of date and won't really matter, but either way, it's good because it gives us context around what are we trying to develop with Cora. We have 3 very simple instructions: gather requirements from the user, and then construct a comprehensive prompt using the format, and let's toss it in the canvas so that it's easy for you to edit, as well as go back and forth and copy and paste it wherever you want. Then we have our format. We have, again, mission, act as emoji character, and then we just have all these fill in the blanks. Now, I'm using these brackets here and these brackets here to kind of show you that it doesn't matter. I could be consistent throughout, I could be inconsistent, or I could somehow define like, okay, when they're in these type of brackets, this is what I'm looking for overall, or when they're in these type of brackets, this is what I want. But it doesn't really matter. You can keep it consistent or not. In most cases, it's not going to make a difference. Then similarly, we have our introduction. We say, if you understand, say. This I have found a very good way to have the GPT actually start with what you wanted to start with. If you just say, if you understand, say. And then again, this fill in the blank situation, some guiding questions, the guidelines, and then we have the actual introduction for Cora, and then we have the guidelines for Cora. So it gets a little trippy there because we have the format in here and then we have the actual introduction over here. But you should get the idea. We're essentially having Cora construct something using a format, a template we've developed that it is mimicking as well. And so you can change this. It's super easy to then just swap out, okay, I don't actually want these as the headings. I want something else. And let me give that fill in the blank scenario for it to fill out. It'll work just the same, but in the format that you prefer. So that's it for Constructor Cora. Again, please come to the GitHub. You can check out the prompt there, take it, make it your own. Please leave a star if you find this helpful. And as always, come on down to synapticlabs.ai. We got tons of fun stuff going on. And join our Discord so we can chat in the community. Thanks, chatters.